Hi guys, Bill Addis from Phantom Web Solutions. One of the unique things about Wix I'm going to show you, and one of its best tools, is its SEO tool. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization, which is the ability for your site to appear on the first pages of Google, Yahoo, and Bing, the big three search engines. Wix does a phenomenal job of handling this and makes it very easy for you to put in the right text and keywords and phrases so your site can be on the first page without you even having to know any code or go deep to the back end. We're going to start out in your Wix home, and let's manage your site. Now there's two ways to get into SEO. You can do it from your site manager on the side, or you can scroll down to SEO and mobile over here. So let's manage your SEO from here. And the first thing you want to see is you want this to be checked off. Allow search engines to include your site in search results. You can put a ton of text in, you can put all the right things in your site, but if this is unchecked, then your site won't get found. Next are your titles, descriptions, and keywords, which will be the bulk of this discussion. You will learn how to use your SEO wizard. Wix has a great tool which coaches you on what you need in your site to appear in Google. And then we have more advanced settings, which you access from your editor, meta tags which you will put in the space to enable your SEO. Now SEO is a work in progress, and the first thing you must plan is you must look at your site and ask yourself, what do you want people to be searching for to find you on the internet? Let's go over to your site for a minute and look at what your site is about. Namaste Yoga Studio. Yoga Studio might be too general, so maybe we need to narrow down the search. Maybe we could do it by location, or by neighborhood, or by the type of yoga. A great tool you have to help you narrow your search down for yoga terms is the keywords tool itself. Let us now go over to Google and open up this tool. This tool can be found in Google AdWords. If you don't have a Google AdWords account, I highly recommend registering, as this is a great tool to find new keywords, and you need a Google account to have it verify your website, so that way your site can be found in the search engines. So in Google AdWords, we go to Tools, we go to the Keyword Planner. Now let's find a keyword phrase. As we said before, Yoga Studios is too general, so let's try to narrow it down. Let's say Yoga Studio in New York. And over here we paste a link to our site. We'll put Yoga and Pilates as a category. And of course we want it to be in English. So click on the Get Ideas buttons. And here you have a list of your keywords based on the average searches and competition. You want to find a happy medium. You want to have a high amount of monthly searches, and you don't want that to be too much competition. Let's say from medium to low. Like 10 to 100 might be a little low. Or we could shoot for Yoga NYC, which is 1,000 to 10,000. Well, this should give you an idea of which keywords you can use. Perhaps you can use one in a specific area in New York. Now, the next tool we will go to are your webmaster tools. This is where you add your website to Google, so that way you can crawl your site. Over here are a bunch of my sites already. So I'm going to add a property. Now over here you enter the type of property. So we'll put the URL of the site. Right now it has a Wix URL because we did not make it a premium yet. And then it's going to ask you to verify the site. Now it gives you a recommended method, but since this is a Wix site, we're going to go to the alternate methods. And the easiest way you do this is by adding an HTML tag to your site's homepage. And this is your tag. Now we're going to copy this. Now remember where I showed you earlier on in this video where you enter the site's meta tags. What you're going to need to do is go into your site editor, and once you're in your site editor, you go back to your site navigation bar item and return to your site manager. In your overview, we'll go to SEO, and now when you go to the advanced features, you see the space here where you can enter the header code. So let's go ahead and paste the meta tag that we copied. Now we return to our site, and you go ahead and publish. Return to your Webmaster Tools, and click on the Verify button, and you will receive a screen with a green check mark telling you that your site's been verified. We're going to do one more step. Now when someone is accessing your site, they might type the www for URL, they might not, but in either case, Google looks at it as two different sites. So because of this, we're going to add another property. And we will follow the same steps as we did before and verify. And now your sites are ready for the Google search engine. Bing and Yahoo have similar methods of verifying and submitting your website. Let's now return to your site manager, and now comes the fun part. So now back in our site, we're going to go through different areas and see how we can best optimize it so it shows up in your first pages of the search engine, like Google, Bing, Yahoo on the top. So for the title, which is an H1, a heading 1, which is preferred by the search engines, I've added the words New York here because Namaste is a New York-based yoga studio, and when we anticipate people searching, they're going to be searching for a yoga studio that's based in New York. I've also added New York to this paragraph over here. And I added also in the heart of Chelsea in case someone is looking for a yoga studio in the Chelsea area. So let's go to Wix's SEO tool, which is located in our site manager. This is the SEO wizard, and this is a great source for monitoring if you're using the right SEO on your site. Let's go into SEO over here, make sure this is checked off, allow search engines to include your site in the search results, and go to use SEO wizard. Now over here you have the correct site, yoga site, and here's where we put the search phrase in, the main search phrase that we want our users to use. New York Yoga Studio. And let's get a report. So here it tells us our title is the correct length. I'll show you where that is pulled up. But of course, the search phrase is not in there. Next we have description, where the search phrase does not appear. Our page content, we have the words New York in there. And then we have images. Let us now return to our site and get to work here. The great thing about your site, it's only one page, so you don't have to do that much work to get your site up on the search engines. Let's start with your home page, which is one of your two pages, the other page being video, and you have the Book Online app. So let's click on these three dots and go into page SEO. Now here is the title, your page's title in the search engine. So let's include your website name, and we'll add the New York City neighborhood. This is where you enter the page description. So let's enter a short description, which should be between 50 and 160 characters long. Next we have our site's keywords. Wix allows us to enter up to 10 keywords. And you don't want to enter more than that, because if you enter too many things, Google starts to become suspicious. Our main intention when doing a site's SEO is for our users. We want to accommodate our users so when they search for something they can find our site. And many people make the mistake of only thinking of the search engine when it's the person our customers and visitors, which is our main goal. So let's enter our keywords here. We'll put New York. We'll put our company name. Now when you take a look down here, this is how your site is going to appear to users. You have the title and the description. We'll go really quickly to our video page. And we'll do the same here. Without reinventing the wheel, we'll paste our title from the search page, and we'll modify it to, let's say, inspiring Vinyasa yoga videos. And we'll add a description over here. And we'll add a few keywords. Let's publish for a moment, so see how that will look when your visitors come to your site. Now you see the headings, you see the text here, and then let's view the tab bar. And see your heading shows right up here in the tab. Back to our site editor. Let's now edit our images, so our search term shows up there as well. So again, let's go into our settings. When we scroll down, here we have the option of inserting image text. We want to make sure our text is consistent with the images and relevant. And we'll add a tooltip, which means when the user hovers over, they'll be able to see the text. Let's publish again and see how our site's doing in our wizard. Let's do a search for New York Yoga Studio and hit this button that says Get Report. Now that we have all the content we need, let's get a full report and see how that looks. So it says both pages have our unique titles and the verbiage is great. We have our descriptions. However, it's also saying that we should modify our book online page. Now, even though it's telling us to add SEO to the book online page, since this page is only going to be used after people visit the site, I'm going to hide this page from the search results. For additional SEO, it's highly recommended that your website has a blog. Google likes to see that your site is updated very frequently. And the best way to do this is to have a blog on your site that you can update 2 to 3 times a week. So that way it's always appearing in the top of your search engines. You might be wondering, don't so many sites do this, that how's your site going to compete? But amazingly enough, not everybody understands SEO or takes advantage of its benefits. And since you're using Wix and you have a platform where SEO is so easy to manage, why not take advantage of it? Let's start with a new post here. Let's first start with an engaging title. Let's call it 10 benefits of attending Vinyasa yoga class. And we'll add some text here. Yoga is great for the body and... Okay, we have a little bit of text here. Let's add a few tags. Let's say Vinyasa, yoga, and then you have advanced SEO, which functions the same way as the SEO on your homepage. You add a title, you add a description. You can put a little excerpt here about what your blog is about. And you can always change the title so it appears differently on the mobile screen. Hit done and publish. And let's exit. We now have a site that's fully been optimized for SEO. Since Google searches many sites, thousands of sites a day, your site should take roughly about 24-48 hours before it starts showing up in the Google search engines.